Oh, God. Charles Leclerc. I really, really feel sorry for this guy. Unbelievable. If anyone deserved that win today, it was Charles Leclerc. It was him. I don't care if he's a Ferrari driver. I don't care. Like I've always said when I do my reviews, I'm not biased. If I think someone deserves it, if someone deserves credit, if someone deserves my opinion, the truth, not the biased opinion, the truth, it's me, Solo P1. I'll tell you how it is. There's no rubbish on this channel. If anything, right, I am so not fake when it comes to these reviews. I will tell it how it is. How it is. Today, Charles Leclerc should have won his first F1 race. He had the perfect practice. He had the perfect qualifying. He had the perfect race until the last 15, 20 laps. This kind of stuff happens to Daniel Ricciardo. This kind of stuff happens to Sebastian Vettel. This stuff happens to Nico Hülkenberg. This stuff happens to Carlos Sainz. Them kind of people. It's normal for them kind of guys. They're just riddled with bad luck. But Charles Leclerc, he had the perfect practice, qualifying and race. And who let him down? It wasn't himself. It wasn't his teammate. It was the car. The Ferrari car let him down. I think it was the power unit. I'm not sure. But I think it was the power unit. This guy had this race in the palm of his hand. The palm of his hand. And all of a sudden, the turbo goes, or power unit, I don't know. But it don't matter what goes. Whatever went on the car, went. It failed. 2 races into the season and Ferrari are having engine failure, turbo problems, hydraulic problems. You got sparks coming off Vettel's car. It looks like the 5th of November, Guy Fawkes night. Vettel's coming down the straight and all of a sudden you see fireworks. You see wings falling off, floors falling off the car. Pieces of metal going everywhere. One nearly hit George Russell. Nearly took him out. The other part of the car nearly took out the McLaren car as well. Or the Vettel's car. And all the sparks coming off it. Unbelievable. I am a Mercedes fan, yeah? If you know me, you know who I am. Mercedes. I bleed Mercedes. Don't literally bleed, but you know where I'm coming from. I am a Mercedes fan. If you want to call me a Mercedes Mark, call me a Mercedes Mark. Doesn't matter to me. There you go. Mercedes. If I could pick a car and roll off between Mercedes or Ferrari, a road car, it will be Ferrari. But when it comes to Formula 1, it is Mercedes. It's not just because of Lewis Hamilton. I like Toto. I like the whole unit. I like the whole team. I like everything about Mercedes F1. But with my videos, I'm going to give you the truth. I'm not going to be biased. I'm not going to say Ferrari deserved it because I am a Mercedes fan. No. I'm going to tell you how it is. And today, well, yesterday now, because it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm doing this video. I wasn't going to do the video. I was going to go to sleep because I got to go gym in the morning, then work. But I thought, no, I'm going to do it now. Today, Charles Leclerc, however you pronounce it. I pronounce it Charles Leclerc. He should have won his first race in the F1 today. It should have been Charles Leclerc's race. I know a lot of people saying online or on the YouTube or whatever, Marks, it's motorsport. Really? I really didn't know it was motorsport. But he should have won today. Even Lewis Hamilton, after his win, walked straight up to Charles Leclerc, shook his hand, gave him a little pat on the back of his shoulder and says, look, I'm sorry for what happened today, but don't worry about it. You've got a few years, you've got a long career here in F1. And then they went to the green room. Yeah, the green room. Oh, no, not the green room. The cooldown room. You know where they usually go after the race, have a little drink. And they have a little talk and it's quiet, a little cooldown room. I think that's what they call it. Hamilton said to Charles again, I think Bottas was standing there. Bottas never said anything, he was just standing there like Mr. Soft. But anyway, Charles Leclerc was standing there and Hamilton says, you've got a long career in front of you, don't worry about it. Stuff like this is going to happen. And I think he said before that, he said, you're the future or something. So come from Hamilton to Charles Leclerc, saying that to Charles Leclerc. Even Charles Leclerc said, thank you very much, I appreciate it. Showing his respect for Hamilton. And Hamilton, back to him, showing the respect. I like that. You got the old wisey veteran, Hamilton, showing respect to the future, which is Charles Leclerc, in my opinion. And obviously, Verstappen's going to be in there. And Ocon, George Russell, Lando Norris. Fair play to Lando Norris. But anyway, it was a shame. It should have been Charles Leclerc's. I actually had my video, before I'd done this video, or when I was watching the race. Usually when the race is winding down, I usually go on my computer, set up my video on my backdrop. I was looking for Charles Leclerc. I was going to put him on, have him on the backdrop as a race winner. And then all of a sudden, problems started happening. To me, right, I'm not really superstitious. I am, it depends what it is. But all I'm saying is, what I'm trying to say is, Crofty, the announcer, the commentator for Sky Sports F1, very good announcer. I remember him saying it was about 20 laps towards the end. He come out and said, I don't really want to jinx it. He was talking to Martin Brundle. He says, I don't really want to jinx it. I don't really want to put any bad luck on Charles Leclerc, but he's nearly there. If he keeps going, he's going to win this race. But he goes, I don't want to put no bad luck on him. 2 laps later, his time started to drop. I'm not superstitious, I'm just saying that's how it played out on TV. If you go and watch it on Sky, whatever your platform you watch it on, go and watch it on Sky, listen to Crofty. 20 laps towards the end, he says, this is Charles Leclerc's race. I don't really want to jinx it. Or basically, jinx it means bad luck. For you people who don't know what jinx is. He says, I don't want to really give him any bad luck, but I think this is Charles Leclerc's race. He ain't got long to go. As soon as he said that, it was all over. But anyway, I'm going to go through this bit by bit. I've got a few notes on my screen here. Because it was a good race. One of the best races I've seen in the last couple of years. It's up there with last year's Baku. It's up there with the German Grand Prix last year. It's up there with the Italian Grand Prix last year. It's up there with Singapore last year. It's up there with all of them. And it was a good race. It was a good race. Exciting. Especially the midfield battle, which you're going to see a lot this season. Midfield battle with Haas, Alfa Romeo, Renault, if they can get the car sorted. I'll get onto that later with Renault. Oh, McLaren, brilliant, showing the stuff today. They're on the way up there, McLaren. I can see good times for McLaren. Good times for Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz, even though Carlos Sainz had a little bit of a bad luck today, but he'll come back. But anyway, race starts. Lights out, and away we go. The start, on pole, it was Charles Leclerc. Second was Vettel. Third was Lewis Hamilton. Fourth was Bottas. So it started. Lights out, of the way we go. But before I start getting into this, I remember I was sitting with some friends watching this, and where Vettel was, he was on the right hand side of the track in second place. So for me, I thought Vettel had the best position. He had the best position. Charles Leclerc was on the left, and Vettel was on the right hand side, but more closer to the corner. Because the first straight, when you go straight down the first straight on the right hand side, it turns in like that. So Vettel had that advantage straight away. So I thought Vettel was going to do well, but the start he had was amazing. But anyway, lights out the way we go. Vettel got the better start. Bottas got the jump on Hamilton again. So basically, started. Vettel got the jump on Leclerc, and Bottas got the jump on Hamilton. Another bad start for Hamilton. Hamilton was addressing this through at the end of the race. He was addressing about that he goes through all his starts every day. Every day he's practicing 100 times a day on his starts in sims, in his simulator and stuff like that. But he's still not getting a good start. So that's something he has to address to his engineers. He's going to go back to Brackley probably this week. And he's probably going to address that with his engineers. He needs to get them starts better. So basically, Bottas gets a jump on Hamilton. Bottas goes straight into second place. Charles Leclerc's in third place, but not for long. This is the first lap. Hamilton, as the race was going first lap, Hamilton goes straight into turn 4, goes wheel to wheel with Bottas. And yeah, that was amazing. This is when I knew it was going to be good. The race starts. I saw Hamilton coming in. Bottas got the jump on him, and I thought, nah, he ain't having that. So basically, Hamilton just went wheel to wheel with Bottas. I thought he was going to touch him at once, but he never. I got wheel to wheel Bottas. Done him. Didn't do him the first time on turn 4. I think it was turn 5 he got him, and he got the DRS and him past him, and he just went boom straight back Bottas. So Hamilton went into third place. Charles Leclerc was in second place. No. Yeah, Bottas locked up. That enabled Hamilton to get the jump on him. Then Charles Leclerc went into second place, and he went and passed Bottas. Because basically it was Vettel in front. Then it was Bottas. No, then it was Charles Leclerc. Then it was Bottas. Then it was Hamilton. Hamilton went past Bottas. No, Charles Leclerc went past Bottas first, into turn 4, past Bottas, and then Hamilton got the jump on Bottas, and Hamilton went into third place. So Bottas went from second to 4th in the first lap. So that was amazing. Absolutely amazing. That's when I knew this race had something special. From the beginning, it was excitement straight away. Lap 5, they've got these new regulations out now that it's easy to follow the opponents, right? So at lap 5, Charles Leclerc passed Vettel. So basically, when Charles Leclerc was in second place, he was gaining on Vettel because Vettel was at least 4 seconds away from Charles Leclerc at the beginning of the race because, like I said, he got the best start. But during lap 5, Charles Leclerc started to gain speed on him because, like I said, these new regulations just coming in 2018. New regulations, so it's easy to follow the opponent. Yeah, the guy you're trying to catch. And the DRS zones are bigger on the car. I think the wings are bigger at the back of the car. So the DRS is a lot more powerful now. So Charles Leclerc got the slipstream and the DRS on Vettel and passes Vettel, boom, just like that. So I thought, here we go. Charles Leclerc's got it. I said it yesterday, quarterfinals. Now in qualifying, quarterfinals, not football. In qualifying, I said Charles Leclerc's going to win this race. So Charles Leclerc goes into first, and I thought straight away, just as I thought, Charles Leclerc's got the race. Long as he does the pit strategy perfect, long as he doesn't make no mistakes in the corners, not many lockups. He does do a few lockups now and again. Going back to his Sauber days when he was there last year, he'd done a few mistakes and a few mistakes with locking up. Martin Brundle addressed this during the race. Yeah, and I remember he did lock up. He locked up a couple of times in Monaco, a few times in France. So he's going to get iron a few kinks out of his race, and he'll be fine. Long as he gets some lockout, he doesn't want to end up like Vettel, locking up every corner and lose time. But he's young. He's got time to address it. So, lap 10, Gasly pits for the medium tyres, Kimi pits for the medium tyres, Albon pits for the soft tyres. That was at lap 10. Lap 12, Max Verstappen pits, medium tyres, and they was going for a one-stop strategy because Red Bull really wasn't at the races. At the races, this race, they wasn't there basically. The car wasn't working for them. This so-called Honda engine, not really working at Abu Dhabi, but like it's the second race of the season. So he puts the medium tyres on. I think he had the soft tyres on at first, so he goes straight for the medium tyres. So they were trying to go for the one-stop strategy. So lap 13, Daniel Fiat gets hits Giovanski. I don't know his name. He's Italian driver. I forgot his name. Giovanski or something. It sounds something like that. Anyway, Fiat passes it, hits him, and Fiat comes out worse. His car spins, loses 3 or 4 places. Lap 13, Bottas pits medium tyres to cover Max off. So because Max pitted first, Bottas pitted the lap after. So we put on the medium tyres, Valtteri Bottas, to cover off Max, and it worked. Lap 13, Charles Leclerc pits, puts medium tyres, but at the same time, Lewis Hamilton puts the soft tyres on. So I was thinking, right, I know they're saying that Lewis Hamilton is gonna he's got a set of brand new soft tyres. So I thought, yeah, he's gonna get these soft tyres on. He pitted at the same time as Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc come in the pit first, then Lewis Hamilton came in the pit. He was just behind him. He put the soft tyres on. Charles Leclerc put the medium tyres on. I thought Lewis Hamilton's gonna catch him. So basically, lap 13, he pits. Yeah, lap 8. So he comes out the pits. Hamilton. So he starts gaining a bit of time on Charles Leclerc, not as much as I thought he would be, and I thought, yeah, he's gonna gain a bit of time. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Hamilton's tyres weren't really working for him. So I was thinking, everybody's coming in. Most of the people are coming into the pits are putting on medium tyres on, but Hamilton's putting soft tyres on. But for some reason, the tyres just basically every track's got different surfaces, right? I know you got street track and you got like the normal track, but every texture is different. So it depends what tyre you put on and what conditions it is and what's the temperature, or you know, if it's hot or if it's damp or if it's humid. Some tyres just don't react to certain surfaces. And I think this was the problem. They were saying that maybe there's problems with the suspension, but they said no, Toto addressed this after the race. He said it was because of the surface. The soft tyres didn't react to the surface, because Bottas, when he pitted, he put the medium tyres. So that's that for the tyres. Lap 18, Grosjean retired because of that initial contact he had. That contact he had with Stroll early on in the race. He retired, so there you go. Grosjean retired again. So his bad luck continues again. So Fiat, at the same time Grosjean pits, Daniel Fiat for hitting Giovanski, he gets a 5-second time penalty. So that was, I thought, right, that Daniel Fiat didn't deserve that penalty. He was just like, he was trying to pass him and he just clipped him an accident. I thought it was a racing incident. But they gave him a 5-second time penalty. So there's Daniel Fiat, the Russian driver for Toro Rosso, gets a 5-second time penalty. Now on to Hamilton. Hamilton was struggling on the soft tyres, like I told you earlier. Hamilton was struggling on the soft tyres. Vettel was catching up with Hamilton. Hamilton had a 6-second gap on Vettel when he come out the pits. But for some reason, Vettel was gaining time. Hamilton come on the radio, was saying to his engineer that these tyres are done. He only done 10 laps with the brand new soft tyres and he goes, there's too many oversteer, the tyres are done, I'm a sitting duck. Vettel started to gain on him, and at lap 23, he passed him. And that's why Hamilton said he was a sitting duck. Lap 25, so I thought then, I'll set up a third place. If Hamilton gets third, I'm happy. Because I think Bottas at the time, I think he was in 6th, so if it would have ended like that, Hamilton would have come third. I think he would have finished on top, I'm not sure. But I think he might have. Lap 25, Ricciardo pits, puts the medium tyres on. Lap 26, Sainz pits, puts hard tyres on. First time this year I know it's the second race of the year, but it's the first time the hard tyres have been used. Lap 26, Carlos Sainz still plugging away after that incident he had at the beginning with Max Verstappen, which Max Verstappen didn't get penalised for. He puts the hard tyres on. And lap 26, Lando Norris, the man of the hour. Lando Norris, first season in F1, passes Kimi Räikkönen. Kimi Räikkönen is old enough to be Lando Norris's father. He's old enough to be his dad. And he's racing with Kimi, man. He just passed Kimi, lap 26. I know deep down that was one of his greatest moments. And probably will be one of his greatest moments by the time his career ends. But anyway, he passes Kimi. Lap 33, Max puts medium tyres on. This is second time. When he put his first tyres on, when Max put his first tyres on lap 12, he was trying to go for a one-stop strategy. It didn't work. So basically, lap 33, his medium tyres were done. He put another set of medium tyres, and his pit time was 4.7 seconds, which is very good. But it did get better for times in the pits. Ferrari done, I think it had done a 2.3 with Charles Leclerc. Lap 33, Hülkenberg puts medium tyres on. Kimi, lap 34, puts the soft tyres on. And lap 35, Lewis pits again and puts the medium tyres on. And he was in the pits for 2.5 seconds. So that was very good for Mercedes. And as soon as Lewis Hamilton puts the medium tyres on, he was off. The grip came back, the traction was back, everything was back in the car. I know the cars ain't got traction in the cars this year. I know the new Formula 1 cars this year, there's no traction, no stability control. But he found grip and he was ripping, and I thought, he's back. And even Martin Brundle said he's back in the race. I think he went back into third then. And he was blowing. It was blowing. I thought he's got a chance here, maybe to get second. I never thought he was going to get first. I thought, no, Charles Leclerc is too far away. I thought, no way is Lewis Hamilton ever going to get first. That didn't even enter my head. So, lap 35, he puts the medium tyres on. Lap 35, Norris puts the medium tyres on. And then lap 36, Vettel pits. And I thought Mercedes' pit was fast for 2.5 seconds, but Vettel's pit was 2.3 seconds. So hooray to Ferrari, that was a very good put. He pits and puts the medium tyres on, and that was at lap 36. Now, this is where my heart was pumping. You had Hamilton, and he was chasing Vettel down. He was chasing him. He was finding pace. And he was chasing him. And there was a DRS zone. They both had DRS. And I just thought they're going to crash. It was lap 38. Lewis Hamilton was behind Vettel. Got a double DRS on Vettel. Vettel had DRS, so did Hamilton. So I thought, here we go. I thought, here we go. Something's going to happen here. There's going to be a crash. But Hamilton, as the great driver he is, he didn't touch Vettel. Again, Vettel made the mistake. Lap 38, Hamilton was behind Vettel. Both got double DRS. And then straight after, there was another DRS again. Hamilton puts pressure on Vettel. Vettel quite under the pressure. And all of a sudden, Vettel's car just spinned. And I thought, oh my gosh. Again, another mistake. Rosberg was on the mic saying, look, another mistake. Just like last year. Too many mistakes. He's not going to win a championship with them mistakes. And it was unbelievable. And all of a sudden, when he passes Vettel gets back on his car, starts driving. He's got, he just passed the blue markers. He's got like, Russell on the side of him, McLaren behind him. All of a sudden, his wing just comes off. His back wing comes off, and his floor, it looked like part of his floor came off his car, and I just saw sparks everywhere. I couldn't believe it. I thought, what is going on with this Ferrari car? Unbelievable. Vettel spinning off. As always, like he always does. He done it 4 times last year. And he's continuing again this year. And not just the spinning off what done him. When he came back into the race, his back wing falls off and a part of his floor. He was just driving. He didn't even go over a curb. He was just going flat normal on a flat pace. And all of a sudden, boom, his wing falls off. Unbelievable. So, I think it was lap 44. Lap 44. Crafty comes on the mic. And he goes, I don't really want to put any bad luck on Charles Leclerc. But if it stays like this, he'll win the race, Charles Leclerc. He was referring to Charles Leclerc. Crafty. And soon as he said that, I thought, don't put your mouth on it. Don't put your mouth on it. What happened? Lap 45. His times, I think he had 10 seconds on Hamilton. Hamilton was second. Charles Leclerc was first. Charles Leclerc had 10 seconds on Hamilton. 10 at least. 10, maybe 11. All of a sudden, his time went from 10 to 9.5. And I thought, oh yeah, Hamilton's gaining a little bit, but he's still not good enough. Then he went to 9. Then he went to 8, and he was rapidly losing time, Charles Leclerc. And I thought, what's happening? And all of a sudden, Charles Leclerc come on the mic and he goes, what is happening? I felt sorry for him. It's the way he goes, what's happening? And you know what? None of his engineers answered the call. The man just left him out to dry. They just left him out to dry, man. If that was Mercedes, and that was happening to Hamilton or Bottas, and they went on the radio and started talking to their team, their engineers, they would answer them and say, look, you got a problem with your wing, you got a problem with your engine, you got a problem with your turbo, whatever. But Ferrari didn't even have the decency to answer him back. That was unbelievable. Just left the young kid out to dry, man. The young guy. The guy who's the future of Ferrari. He's the future of Ferrari. They've left him out to dry. They didn't even respond to him. I just felt so sorry for Charles Leclerc. He should have won this race today. He should have won it. And then Hamilton just passed him. Unbelievable. Lap 48. Hamilton passes him. Bottas passes him at lap 54. And then lap 55. I don't think this has ever happened before. Actually, it did happen before. It happened in Austria. Yeah, it happened in Austria with the Mercedes last year when they had a double DNF. It happened to Renault. But I don't think it happened in the same place in Austria. I think Hamilton had a DNF on the hill, the first straight, and even Bottas had his DNF a bit further around, but the two Renaults had a double DNF in the same spot. I think Ricciardo ran out of petrol and Nico Hülkenberg's engine just blew. One of the power units just blew. Both double DNF in the same place. Unbelievable. So Ricciardo's bad luck continues. And he's bringing his bad luck over to Renault. And he's rubbing off on Nico Hülkenberg. Unbelievable. So Renault was out the race. Safety car came out and saved Charles Leclerc because Max Verstappen was gaining on Charles Leclerc, gaining on him. It was only a couple of seconds away, and there was 3 laps to go, so he would have caught him easy because Charles Leclerc, his car was gone. He was going so slow. Safety car come out and saved Charles Leclerc. Safety car was out for a couple of laps, and the race ended on a safety car. But the 2 laps towards the end, Carlos Sainz retired because it's a shame he couldn't go on a little bit longer. There's only a few laps to go, but he retired because of that knock he had earlier with Max Verstappen early on in the race. He troopered on all day for the race, but then right at the end he had to retire. And yeah, and that's how it ended. It ended on a safety car. And it's a shame because He should have won. This was Lando Norris's time. He should have won. And he never. And it's a shame. So that's how it ended. I'm going to have a look, see if I got any interviews on my video. Usually, if you watch my videos, I have audio interviews. So, yeah, I got one here now. I'm going to start with Max Verstappen. It's 59 seconds long. It's titled that Max Verstappen saying he's not an engineer. So, I'm not sure if this was from today. Yeah, it was from today. Hold on. It was back from today. That's an advertisement. I don't want to get done for copyright, do I? Let's go back to the interviews. Max Verstappen. See if it plays. Hold on.
So nearly a podium, an unexpected one perhaps today. Talk us through what was, I think, quite an exciting...
Here we go. Sorry for this. Go.
So nearly a podium, an unexpected one perhaps today. Talk us through what was, I think, quite an exciting race for everyone.
Not so much for me. No, just lacking pace and lacking balance, so it was not really enjoyable out there with the wind as well. So he's sliding around a lot, and of course when you're already oversteering a lot, it just makes it a lot more difficult. So he's basically hanging on all the time, every stint, to bring it to the end. Yeah, and in the end we could have fought for a podium, but we anyway didn't deserve to be on the podium with the pace we had. So at the end of the day, I'm not too disappointed with Ford.
What do you need to change? Is it the inherent characteristics of the car that aren't suited to you? Are you going to have to change some of the way that you drive to suit the car?
No, I mean, I'm not an engineer. You know, I'm not the one who's pointing out that, but I always try to do the best I can with the car I have. And yeah, in Australia it was better. This time I think we had some difficulties, so we'll try to analyze everything and try to do better in China.
Thank you.
Fair enough. Telling the guy he's not an engineer, but it's true though. Being honest, he said he didn't deserve the podium. Bit of respect for Charles Leclerc there. He could have come out and said, yeah, we should have got the podium, but he never. A couple of years ago, he probably would have said it, but this time he never. So yeah, respect to Max Verstappen. You can't really go wrong there. He knew he shouldn't have got it. He knew he knew it should have been Charles. Charles should have got the win, but the safety car saved him at the end. So, you know, luck was on his side a little bit for Charles Leclerc, but Charles Leclerc should have won that race, man. I just can't get over it. Here's where I'm going to get an interview now from Valtteri Bottas. He said he's saying on the interview his car, well, our car, the two Mercedes car, was the most reliable today, which I agree. Let's play this video. Hold on. See if I can get this video on.
It wasn't looking like it was going to be a great weekend, but a podium at the end has got to fill you guys with some happiness.
Yeah, you know, it's weird to have luck like this. You know, I'm used to only bad luck, so so I take it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not only luck as well. It's our car was the most reliable today, so that is down to all the hard work back at the factory. But otherwise, difficult race, honestly, with the windy conditions, very unpredictable. One lap to another, the cars just felt different, and it was difficult to really trust the car. So I'm sure it was the same for everyone, but I think I ended up making a few more mistakes because of that.
Lewis obviously was the only one out of the two of you that had the fresh set of softs. Is that ultimately the difference in the result today?
Well, for sure, it makes a difference. But yeah, I had a scrub set at some point. I can't really remember who used which tires, but anyways, yeah, good result.
As you said, you've been on the other end of some bad luck. Can you feel for Charles today?
Yeah, for sure. You know, it's tough luck for him. He had a great weekend, strong pace in qualifying. You know, I think he would have deserved to win today, but it's going to come at some point.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Again, the guy is showing respect to Charles because it's going to happen eventually. There's going to come a time, it's maybe not going to happen this year. He'll probably win a race this year, definitely. But it's going to come a time when the Lewis finally steps away and this new generation starts coming through. It's a matter of time before we start winning a lot of races. And Max as well. But Red Bull needs to step up because I can't see Max staying there for the next. I think if there's no progress made from Red Bull in the next couple of years, I can see Max Verstappen going somewhere else. Maybe Ferrari, maybe Mercedes, don't know. But I got an interview here from Lando Norris. I like this guy, man. Finished P6. Absolutely amazing. Let's get this video rolling.
Oh boy. So, after Australia, you weren't too happy. Can you be happy now?
Yeah, I
think you should be.
I can be. Yeah, obviously P6, first points in Formula 1. And it's not like we just scraped into P10 or P9 or anything. We had very good pace today. Could have been a little bit better. I had a bit of contact in the beginning of the race. Put me down a bit, but I could come back, which made it a bit more fun, I think. I could do some racing for once and, for the first time this year, because Australia was too hard to overtake. So I could have a bit more fun, enjoy it a bit more, which was very nice. And yeah, P6 was just a massive bonus.
What did you learn about the car, the overall package?
Well, I think, I'm not going to say which bits, but we seemed really strong in some areas and not so good in others. Well, actually, we're not so good in the corners and we're quite good in the straights. So, I mean,
You're just giving that away then?
Yeah, it's quite simple. Every team knows that. But yeah, I think it obviously gives us a good chance to overtake if we can manage the tyres well, which is a good positive compared to last year. So I look forward to some tracks which might suit us a bit more than here. But overall, I'm very happy with P6.
Yeah, so good news for Lando Norris. He's moving up. He's another future star. Next 5 years, he's going to be up there with the top guys. Maybe before that. It's a shame about Russell. You know, the car is driving. Hopefully, Williams can get their stuff together. To see what else other interviews we have. We got Vettel. Let's play that. See what he's saying.
Sebastian, talk us through the race today. Obviously not the result that you or the team wanted.
No, I think it's pretty clear if you start in the front and you don't finish in the front, then you can't be happy.
What exactly was the issue for you today? Was it tyres? Was it car related? Where did you struggle?
Well, I struggled with grip overall, especially the first in on the soft tyre was really poor. So not sure why, to be honest. With the medium it was a bit better, but yeah, overall a tricky day, and then obviously losing a lot of ground with the spin. I need to have a look again, but I lost the rear quite quickly and got surprised. Obviously after that, yeah, it was very, very tricky.
What happened with the front wing there? We saw you get close with the Force India. Did you make contact or?
No, I don't know. It felt as if there was already a little bit of damage. Maybe I did touch, I'm not sure. And certainly had some vibrations from the tires, from the spin. Yeah, so good job.
Thank you.
So Sebastian Vettel sounding a bit down, but understandable. His car just wasn't right today. He wasn't at the races either, so you know, it's a shame, but hopefully season will get better. What else we got? Who else we got? We have got Kimi. Let's have Kimi.
Looked like quite a fun race.
Yeah, most parts I would say. In the middle was very difficult moment. The car was so bad in, not really car, but I think the condition with the wind and the tires, they were working absolutely fine on the second part of the lap, but when we had the tailwind into 6, 7, 8, 10 was very difficult. So that was a little bit difficult, and we swapped the last set of tires, and the car was very good. I was fuel saving on the beginning, and we still caught up with the others, but a little bit shame that we didn't got the one place with McLaren. But yeah, I could get a few runs on him, but every time on the exits, when you get that close, you just lose enough traction on that very first part that we couldn't get the run on him.
Great job, thank you.
So basically, Kimmy's sounding a little bit positive, but he's saying that the conditions are windy. He was suffering from the wind. So yeah, it was windy today. A few commentators were saying, and the driver, a lot of the drivers saying it was really windy. Hamilton was saying it was really windy as well. So yeah. So what else we've got? We've got two more. Let's have Lewis Hamilton.
You might be wondering, how does Grammarly work? The answer lies in complex, cutting-edge algorithms developed over years of research.
Fickle and sometimes cruel mistress. It seems she was smiling for you today.
Oh, not back.
Lady Luck can be a fickle and sometimes cruel mistress. It seems she was smiling for you today.
I don't know whether she was smiling at me, but obviously was not at Charles today, and he thoroughly deserved the win today. He did an exceptional job all weekend, so really proud of him. And I know it's a really tough experience to go through what he's going through, but he will learn. He's already so strong this weekend. He will bounce back. He will grow. This will be another layer to his young greatness already, and I'm looking forward to many battles with him, hopefully in the future.
You talk about battles. You had a great one with Sebastian today. How much did you enjoy that?
Ah man, that's what I live for, dude. That's honestly, I pray that I have moments like that through my career. And if you look at all the races I've done in my life, or at least in Formula One, considering we've done 200 plus whatever races, there's probably not been a huge amount of those kind of moments that you're alongside a multiple world champion, and it's kind of decisive, win or lose. And so I love it. And naturally, when you come out in front, it feels even better than it does if you lose position. But I'm just grateful that we got to have a battle.
And of course, Ferrari have two drivers, it seems, capable of winning Grand Prix, capable of fighting for the World Championship. How much do you relish that, but how much work have you got to do to get on terms with them after today?
We definitely, obviously the last race was mesmerizing for us performance-wise and clearly flattering for us. Don't know why all of a sudden Ferrari picked up masses of pace this weekend, but they're always quick here anyways, but for whatever reason we had lost performance. So it's difficult to say just how big a mountain we have to climb, but we do have good things to come. But the car was really, really hard work this weekend, and it did not like this track. And so, for example, I don't like testing. I decided to do the test on Tuesday because we had some things come in, and I'm like, I don't want anyone else to test my car, and I want to test these parts and make sure that the decisions that we're taking steer it in the way that we need it. And I'm a team player. I want it to be the right way for us team, and so that's why I chose to do it. So we work together closely as a unit, and I know the guys back at the factory are working flat out.
There you go, the guys back at the factory. So Hamilton acknowledging that Ferrari's got the pace. They didn't really have the pace in Australia, but they had the pace here. But they said that their car did not like that track. But they said they've got good things to come. So yeah, he relishes the moment, the wheel-to-wheel, true racer. And he said Charles Leclerc will learn from it, which he will. Again, showing respect to Charles Leclerc. So we've got Charles Leclerc now. I've got two more videos to go. I've got one where Hamilton consoles unlucky Charles Leclerc. And I've got one with Charles Leclerc himself. So what we're going to do, we're going to show you the interview with Charles Leclerc first. Let's find that. Here we go. He said he'll come back stronger, which he will.
You should take a lot of pride out of today. I know it wasn't what you wanted, but I think everyone can see that today was yours.
It's like this, it's part of motorsport. Sometimes it's just not your day, and today it was not ours. We've had an issue with electrical issue. I could not recover any more energy, and then we were just slow. So it's a shame today, but as all the team is disappointed, I am also. But on the other hand, they have gave me an amazing car all weekend long, and this is all their credits. The car was easy to drive, all the race was good until the issue, and as I've said, it happens in a race, but we took the best out of it. Anyway, first podium. Obviously, I'm not enjoying it as much as I wanted, but it's life. It happens, and we'll come back stronger.
Until that issue, how enjoyable was today? Taking the fight to Seb, taking the fight to everyone, and then leading and controlling the field with ease.
Yeah, I think we were very strong today overall, so I was very happy with my race. Yeah, nothing much to add.
So, like Hamilton said, he'll learn from it. He seems like he's been driving for years. The way he composes himself, the way he's like in interviews, Charles Leclerc. I'm referring to Charles Leclerc. Very composed, very mature for his age, well ahead of his time, and you can see greatness in him. So I won't worry about it. All you Charles Leclerc fans out there, if you watch this video, I won't worry about it. He will definitely win multiple championships. So, last thing I'm going to show you now is when it was in the cooldown room. It was Valtteri Bottas, Lewis Hamilton, and Charles Leclerc. This is 31 seconds long. This is the last audio I am playing. It is basically said Hamilton consoles unlucky Charles Leclerc.
Another nice touch there to go over to him and say hard luck.
You really drove fantastic. Good. Yeah.
That's all falling.
Yeah, you really drove fantastic.
Good.
Yeah.
That's all falling.
And then there's a long future ahead of you, so.
Also.
And then there's a long future ahead of you, so.
Also.
No, it sucks in this moment, but you got a long way to go, so thank you so much.
See, showing the respect. So that's that out of the way. So, that's my review of the 2019 F1 Bahrain Grand Prix. But as we close the video, like everybody knows now, he's one of the future of F1. It's gonna be him, Max Verstappen, George Russell, Lando Norris, all them guys. They're the future. Ocon, they're the future of F1. And don't forget maybe Schumacher's son as well. So Hamilton's still on top while he's second in the table. Let's have a look at the table. Let's finish with the standings. So we have Lewis Hamilton first, second Valtteri Bottas, third Charles Leclerc, fourth Max Verstappen, fifth Sebastian Vettel, sixth Lando Norris. Lando Norris behind Sebastian Vettel. Great that is. Kimi Räikkönen in 7th, Pierre Gasly 10th. Pierre Gasly 10th. No, Pierre Gasly 8th, sorry. 9th, Alexander Albon. 10th, Sergio Perez. 11th, Antonio Giovinazzi. 12th, Daniel Fiat. 13th, Kevin Magnussen. 14th, Lance Stroll. 15th, George Russell. 16th, Robert Kubica. 17th, Nico Hülkenberg, DNF. 18th, Daniel Ricciardo, DNF. 19th, Carlos Sainz, DNF. And Roman Grosjean, retirement. So yeah, that's the standings, the tables, constructors. Let's do the drivers first. On top, we've got Valtteri Bottas still on top by 1 point. He's got 44 points. Lewis Hamilton, 43 points in second place. The reason why Bottas is still on top because because Bottas got that first. They got the fastest lap in the first race in Australia, so that counts as a point. So there would have been both on 43 points, but because Bottas got the fastest lap in Australia, he gained that 1 point extra. Lewis Hamilton second, 43 points. Third place, Max Verstappen, 27. Fourth place, Charles Leclerc, 26. Vettel in fifth place, 22. Who would ever thought? Second racing, Vettel will be set fifth place, 22 points. Kimi Räikkönen sixth. Alfa Romeo, sixth place. Seventh, Lando Norris with 8 points. Brilliant for McLaren. Eighth, Kevin Magnussen. They've got 8 points. Ninth, Nico Hülkenberg in ninth, 6 points. Pierre Gasly 10th, 4 points. Lance Stroll in 11th with 2 points. Alexander Albon with 2 points for Toro Rosso. Daniel Fiat with 1 point in 13th place. In 14th place, Sergio Perez, 1 point. And 15th, Antonio Giovinazzi, no points. 16th, George Russell, no points. 17th, Robert Kubica, no points. 18th, Daniel Ricciardo, no points for Daniel Ricciardo. And Carlos Sainz, no points because he's had 2 retirements. And I think Daniel Ricciardo's had 2 retirements as well. So, teams. Mercedes on top, 87 points. 2 in second place, Ferrari, 48 points. They're way back. Third place, Red Bull, 31 points. Fourth place, Alfa Romeo, 10 points. Fifth place, McLaren, 8 points. Sixth place, Haas, 8 points. Seventh place, Renault with 6 points. Eighth place with Toro Rosso, 3 points. They've got 3 points, Toro Rosso. And ninth, Racing Point, they've got 3 points. And Williams is yet to score any points as well. So that's the standings. That's how it finished. Yeah. So we've got 2 weeks' time. We've got China. It was a good race. It was an amazing race. So China better be good as well. China's a fast track as well. There's a lot. It's not fast like Silverstone and Bahrain and not Silverstone and Belgium and Italy and Germany. It's not. I don't think it's really a power drop, but it's got a few straights there. So the Ferrari's car is going to come into play there because I think now they've last 2 races have shown. Well, this race is definitely showing that Ferrari at the moment has got the fastest straight line speed, and Mercedes have got the corner speed. So it's going to be very interesting at China because China's full of corners and straights as well. So it's going to be another great race. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that's China in 2 weeks. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, solo_P1. Follow me on Twitch, where I'll be streaming Assetto Corsa, not iRacing, Assetto Corsa, Project Cars 2, Forza maybe, I don't know. GT Sports maybe, I don't know. But definitely Assetto Corsa and Project Cars 2. And other games as well, depends. Sometimes I stream Call of Duty, depends how I'm feeling. But yeah, follow me on Twitch, solo_P1. Follow me on Twitter, soloP1. If you would fancy talking about F1, any games, sim racing, hit me up on Twitter. I'll respond. Follow me on YouTube as well, soloP1. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the alert button as well. So anytime I upload any new videos, you'll be the first to know. And in about 2 or 3 weeks' time, hopefully I'll be getting the new Fanatec wheel, DD2. That'll be coming in April this month now, because this is now April the 1st. When this gets uploaded, it'll be April the 1st. So look out for that. That'll be an unboxing of the DD2 Fanatec base as well. Can't wait for that. And so yeah, that's it really. Follow me on all the channels. Like the button, watch, dislike, whatever. See you later, guys. This is Solo P1 signing out 2019 F1 Bahrain race day review. It is now, what's the time now? It is now 2:30 in the morning. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I've got to go gym tomorrow and work. See you later, guys. Solo P1 signing out. Bye.